Another bit of magic. Quickly shuffle up the cards. Okay. The spectator can do this. You give them a choice of cutting the deck freely, absolutely anywhere in the deck. Let's say they cut here. Really doesn't matter where they cut. I'm just going to leave the cards as they are. And now let's have a look at the card. I'm not seeing it. There is a card. So they've cut that card. I close the deck. They can now shuffle it. They'll shuffle it again. And now you could just ask them to think of the card, or in some way you can invent yourself. You do something perhaps even like this, like saying, oh, I just happen to have written a prediction here earlier on. Oh yes, it's a prediction. My prediction looks like this. Hopefully this is the card that was chosen earlier. Now, how does this work? Well, it's two friends of ours. One of them is the old false shuffle. And in this case, we are using the 6 of diamonds to be kept in one place, namely the bottom of the deck. So we're going to use a false shuffle, and we're going to use preparation. False shuffle means you're going to leave that card at the bottom. So when I'm doing the shuffle, I'm just taking the middle of the cards out and doing a overhand shuffle, an overhand shuffle here. And if you do the riffle shuffle, just bear in mind that that left-hand bottom card needs to go out first, and complete it with another riffle shuffle. Overhand shuffle, I beg your pardon. You get them to cut the cards anywhere at all, really. It really doesn't matter. This could happen on a table, in fact. There you go. They cut the deck, and this is what you do. You take out the remaining cards and you put it across the deck. Actually, what you've done is you've actually placed the bottom of the deck on top of the top half. And the bottom card remains the same. It's just here. So I normally speak a little while and I kind of do a bit of byplay, and then after I say, just take a look at this card. And all I'm doing is I'm actually showing them the bottom card which I've forced. I put that back. I mentioned the word preparation. The preparation was that I probably knew I was going to force the 6 of diamonds beforehand. So before that, I took out a card from another deck and I stuck it in my pocket. What you might like to do is paint that in big numbers on the side of a wall, have it written on the floor, have it stuck to the ceiling, have a friend walk in and just tell you 6 of diamonds. You could have somebody phone them and tell them. You could have any way of revealing that card. It could be written in the air with a skywriter, one of those planes with smoke or whatever. But you'd better make sure, if you're going to use a skywriter, that you get that card right. There's nothing quite like smiling and pointing to the sky and the 4 of clubs arrives and you think, oh, I forced the 6 of diamonds. So you better get the right card when you're doing that. You've, of course, employed these two things of preparation and a false shuffle to force a card. These two things are not necessarily the key principles in magic, but they're quite useful. Preparation is a great thing, which is about being able to anticipate a number of outcomes and working towards that sometimes. In this case, I'm working towards the 6 of diamonds. So at some point, maybe the 6 of diamonds will naturally occur at the bottom or the top, at which point I'll launch into this effect. If the 6 of diamonds was at the top, all you do is, when you're doing your overhand shuffle, you just drag one card down. Let's pretend this is the card you're trying to force. If it's lying on top, you just drag it down and put the other cards on top. The cutting is a very important moment because the heat must be off you. You've seemingly shuffled the deck. You have actually shuffled the deck. They cut the deck anywhere. You say, are you happy with the way you cut the deck? Yeah? And then you look down. In my case, I just put that cross thing. I just keep it as it is. Now, you saw me shuffle the deck. You don't know anything about where the cards could be here. You freely cut the deck to somewhere. I couldn't have influenced your choice of the cut. So I really shouldn't know what card you should be looking at right now. They'll go, probably not. And I just say, well, just have a look at this card. And they can shuffle up the deck. And then you go to your revelation. In my case, for this moment now, I have in the sky, which you can't see, unfortunately, because the fixed camera position, there's actually a stroboscopic effect opposite the building, and it's actually lit up, and it says whatever that card was, which I can't remember.